right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Talent Show, where you will meet the people that power TTEC. I'm sitting here with someone whose story is going to inspire you to new heights. Have you ever met that person and you're like, how did they get from point A to B to D so quickly? Well, we're going to learn more about her story. And she's also going to share more with us a little bit about some exciting things happening in Poland and with our Warsaw expansion. But first, we would love to hear from you. Please drop in the chat where you're joining us from around the globe. We love to see where people are connecting, whether it's from the APAC region over to EMEA and to the Americas. So please do let us know where you're joining us from. Give me a shout out throughout the show here today. We love to be interactive. So thank you so much again for everyone for joining us here today. We'd love to introduce you to Maysam. Sure, she's got an impressive list of accomplishments, but it's the heart of her story that I think will really help shine today and help to inspire you in your career. She's been able to tap into her passion for people, for curiosity, to take her career to the next level. So without further ado, I would love to introduce you to Maysam.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for having me here.
We're so glad that you're here. We know it's late in Poland, so thanks for taking the extra time to join us and meet with us on your action-packed week that you've had here so far. So thanks for jumping in.
It's always my pleasure.
We have some people joining us from Greece, from Mexico. And yes, Monique says, I new intro. That was fun. I kind of got distracted for a minute there as I was watching the new intro and seeing all the people that power TTEC too. So thanks, Monique, for pointing that out. And Joshua Levin, yes, he was on the talent show a few weeks ago. So we've got a little talent show network joining us here today. Andrea is joining us from Italy. Makaya says, welcome to you. Sahir also says hello. So we have a great crowd joining us today, and we appreciate you all taking your time out of your day to join us. Maysam, you have an impressive journey. You went from looking for a flexible job as a part-time student, now to leading teams across continents. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey and how it felt along the way to be like, oh, wow, this is really happening from student to manager, right?
Yes, that is absolutely true. So, as you mentioned, I joined TTEC while still being a student. And back then, I had no idea that I would stay for 4.5 years as of today. So it's been a long journey, but since my education had nothing to do with sales, I really didn't imagine that, my journey would stay with TTEC. And I'm the happiest person to be here, surrounded by great people. And yeah, after 4 years, I'm really glad that my journey continues. First, when I joined, I was working in one of the most competitive markets as a sales representative for one of TTEC's biggest clients, and I realized that I was, I always wanted to understand what is behind every task. So I was also able to provide different solutions and sometimes think outside of the box. And I think that was the biggest achievement for me to develop my career and be where I am right now.
Yeah, that curiosity definitely seems like it's taken you places. It's also a great core value of ours here at TTEC, that seek to understand piece as well. So it sounds like you're living that value also. So at what point did you realize, like, oh, this is my career, it's evolving, I'm now in this manager role? Was there a moment that happened that you were like, this is the direction that I want to go into leadership?
Yeah, so you mentioned what was the wow moment. So basically, it was the moment when I just finished my law degree, and I had to choose between if I want to continue within my diplomacy specialization, or I just want to stay and continue my journey with TTEC. And my plan back then was, of course, to go within my field. But at that time, I saw huge potential where TTEC had to start and develop many line of businesses, and it was was my former manager back then who saw like potential in me. So I remember my application to my first role, it was for the team leader position back then. And I was very hesitant because I had like one of my weakest points was data analyst back then. And I remember my former manager telling me that when it comes to data and numbers, this is actually something that anyone could learn, right? So if you practice, if you write down, if you start learning, but when it comes to certain soft skills, communication, some people just naturally have it, and I really believe in that. Then I matured enough to understand that I'm really good what I'm doing, and I started improving and working on myself. And that was the moment where I realized that actually I could give it a try. So I worked as a team leader for 3 years. It was very successful 3 years, where I had the opportunity to run two different markets and many amazing teams while still working on the same line of business. During this journey, our team won one of the biggest global awards. We were winners in two huge categories. It was really a big achievement back then, and that was the moment when I also understood that, okay, this is something that I'm really happy to do, and I feel good at it, and I just want to continue with the leadership role that I am in right now.
I love that thread that we hear often through the talent show is the person that helped you to identify something that you didn't think was within you. And so, like you said, you had, excuse me, someone who saw your potential, said this is what you could do, you could improve here and there, and then just continue to sharpen your communication skills. So that's a really, really great story. And I just want to go over to the audience real quick and say, Tara's joining us from Colorado, Joyce from the Philippines. We have Jamaica. We haven't had Jamaica in the house before, so hello. And then also Monique says a big shout out to all team leaders. Do also want to say Dave says great warm welcome. And Banjue from South Africa, and of course, Dora from Greece. So a lot of great people tuning in to hear your story and how you did it alongside an amazing team. Your leadership has really shown over the past year, and I think that you have some exciting news to share with us about what's been happening with Warsaw and the expansion. Share some great news with us.
Yes, so actually we launched Warsaw exactly 1 year ago. So in July, it was our 1st of July, actually, we are celebrating the anniversary of launching our new sites with many new line of businesses and projects on board and beautiful people surrounding us from different cultures and continents. And with only 1 year, we were actually able to expand in Poland in two locations with over 1,000 employees, working for one of our biggest clients globally. I remember the day when we opened the office. It was one big chaos that day. So much paperwork, so many items to unbox, wondering where to order food from to survive the day. And we stayed until late night to ensure that, the next day opening will be as smooth as possible. The most beautiful moment, it was when our new employees who came to collect their devices, they started helping us with unboxing and placing everything in its place. So actually from day one, we could experience a real teamwork. It was an amazing integration, besides also a successful launch and opening an amazing office space. Of course, we are still looking for more people to join our teams in Warsaw, so please feel free to apply and join our beautiful site.
We are definitely going to talk about some of those jobs ahead. We're always looking for, like you said, I love the beautiful, vibrant culture that is TTEC, and like you highlighted in Poland as well. And I love that story that on pretty much day one, people were living our other value of act as one and jumping in and saying, look, like this is our expansion, and we're all a part of it together. That's a great story. So thank you so much for sharing that. So I would love to turn a little bit to maybe some of the tools that you have used here at TTEC to help you with your career mobility. I know you said that you were working on some things earlier. Were there any tools here that helped you get to that next level?
By tools, you mean like whenever there is like a development programs, etc., right? So of course we had the leadership program, as well as like we had many local events where we could, develop ourselves. So one of them is of course, the recognition and the time where you were able to showcase yourself, innovation ideas, marathons. That is something that we constantly run. We want to also prioritize our team members who have some certain talents. That is something that I always tell my team and encourage them to do. So if you are there to overcome a challenge, or there is a task that you don't understand and you want to come and ask about and provide with the solution, it could be something that will boost your career. So do not be afraid to be loud. Discuss, of course, what is behind your solution, and that would be like, I mean, like your self-confidence will be the biggest tools. We provide with many tools that could boost your career, but at the same time, self-development and learning, it would be the priority there as well.
Great. Thank you. And just real quick, we were talking earlier about you have an impressive list of accomplishments. One of those is an internal award called Dynamic Delivery Winners. Also know there's some other awards, like you mentioned earlier, that the team had. What makes you most proud of some of those accomplishments?
To be honest, I think like building the new team from scratch, right? And launching a new project, which is today one of the most successful, yet the most complicated ones that I have been working on. When we launched the newest line of business that I'm working currently on, it was like a totally new project with so much new things to learn and understand. And it wasn't an easy task. I had to take over all roles at once, being the team leader, the senior manager, recruiter, and data analyst at once. Now, of course, we have all the roles filled, but when we first launched, you had to understand each and every aspect of every department that we have. And of course, at first it wasn't that smooth and easy, but we had to set difficult goals, sometimes unreachable deadlines, to learn and understand how to get the work done in the most efficient way. And of course, many mistakes had to be made to be able to celebrate today. Dynamic Delivery Award was a huge recognition also that I'm really proud of. It's basically also showcased that every work that we've been putting, it's being also recognized by by the whole site. Along with the Dynamic Delivery Award, it wasn't only me, but it was one of my team members who also was awarded. And I'm really glad and happy to see like two people within the same line of business were recognized during that award. So it just gives like the celebration that we all could have together.
Wow. Well, congrats to to Team Poland and for all the work and, like you said, the effort behind it to get to where you all are today must have been very rewarding. So congrats to you, your teammate, and everybody that has made this expansion happen. We were just talking before we came on that you can check out the pizza party that the team had to celebrate on our Instagram. So head over there if you want to get some behind the scenes of what's happening with our TTEC life around the world. Makaya in the chat says, act as one on day one. Ooh, I like that. Also, Carissa says, happy to join you. We're glad that you're here as well. And awesome career growth story. So we also want to turn it back over to you and the audience to ask you, maybe what is some of that leadership advice that you wish you had known earlier on in your career that would help you develop? We'd love to hear from you because that will help all of us get better along the way as well. Mag Amira says, so glad to see you, Maysam. You go, girl. And Josh says, best group ever. I think he was probably a part of the
Yeah,
that first day of chaos as well. So
that's when I met Josh. Exactly, it was when we were launching together the Warsaw site, and we were like searching where we can have some lunch and find places. And he recommended me a great restaurant that I still go to till today.
I love it. He recommended, and he's here in Arizona. He
Yes, yes,
recommended
I
the place
think
in
he's a
Warsaw.
good traveler.
Ah, Nice. All right, Josh, we need the list of restaurants around the world. Okay. I got you in chat, so hit me up. Okay, so yes, we'd love to hear from you in the audience. And just as we're about that leadership, and just as we're wrapping our time here with you today, you've shared some advice. We always like to leave people with some actionable advice that they can jump into right away. And you shared something that was kind of a first time on the talent show about an exercise of spotting and identifying ways that you can improve. So can you walk us through that today? And just, hey, audience, if you've got a pen, paper, your phone, however you're taking notes, you might want to write this down, because this has really helped Maysam in her growth and her journey. So if you could walk us through the steps and what it did for you, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So I started it before, as I mentioned, like I wasn't very confident in terms of numbers and data. So I decided like, okay, this is the time where I have to put, and it could be anything, right? It could be basically you just write down a few things that you could work on and you need to improve. So it doesn't have to be always work related. It could be something that you just want to work on. Choose one thing only that you want to start working on it. It could be within your personal life as well. Just write it down and just take the paper in front of you. I don't know, on the fridge, on the counter, wherever you want, and set up a short-term goal for yourself to improve this thing that's you chose, right? Do the exercise, find out how you can improve it. It could be, I don't know, an online exercise, a written exercise. It could be even for you, I don't know, if you decide to go jogging, just take the first step to start doing it. So give yourself a time to reach it. And if you won't succeed, correct your deadline and adjust it to your lifestyle, because again, it's everything, it's all about being consistent, and I was really bad at being consistent. So that was something that I also wrote down, and I could see that with these things, my life is getting, better in terms of, my lifestyle, my work. That would be the piece of advice I would give to anybody. Just choose this one thing, and then when you're done with it, when you'll start getting comfortable with it, just move on to the next thing, and you're going to see that it's going to be much, much easier for you.
I like that. And I like the consistency piece. I can work on that myself a little better. I feel like sometimes I get a great start and I'm headed in the right direction, and then something derails and then I need to get back to it. So that consistency piece, I think, is really valuable as well. I just want to go over to the audience real quick. Emotional intelligence plays a big role in being an effective leader. Absolutely. 100%. And Dave says, super interested to hear about the Warsaw expansion. Congrats to all my TTEC friends. So, Maysam, congratulations to you and your team and the TTEC Poland team as a whole for all the amazing work that you do to build that vibrant, beautiful culture of people that are supporting each other. As Maykaya said, act as one on day one. That is really fantastic. We appreciate you sharing your story with us. But we also know that you're hiring. So before we let you go, we would love to share with everybody the position that you're hiring for on the team. And we thought you could probably talk about it better than I ever could. So would you share with us a little bit more about the pre-sales German role that you're hiring for?
Of course, would be more than happy to do so. So basically, we are looking for people to join our wonderful team. What we basically are searching for is an experience in sales and in marketing. Of course, the language must be there. So we're looking for German native speakers or a C1 plus level. If you're good at developing relationship with the clients, if you have strong client-oriented mindset and the courage, of course, to talk with the clients, do some negotiations and understand their KPIs and what they want, you would be the perfect fit for our team. Something that I can ensure you that our team has been always winning the best teams across the sites in terms of work-life balance, but at the same time, how happy they are. We also won great place to work in terms of both sides that we are having in Poland. So I think you would be more than happy working with us, and we'll be more than happy, of course, to start the process with many candidates.
I told you you could do a great job on that. So thank you so much. And we will talk about some more jobs that are available. But first, thank you so much for your time here today and for all the people that have joined us to support you and your story. So have a wonderful evening, and we will see you again very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for having me, and thank you everyone for participating and for your comments as well.
Awesome. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right. So she did a great job of talking about the pre-sale specialist in our hybrid role, and our team has dropped it in the chat. So if you're located in Warsaw or Krakow, check out this job. See, and you're a German speaker, see if that might work for you. We also have other jobs in Poland and across the globe. So if you head over to ttechjobs.com, check and see what's available in your neighborhood. We'd also like to head over to the United States, to Washington, where we are hiring for a senior a senior customer service representative to work on site supporting employees. And it is an amazing opportunity to really help with the employee experience at this particular client of ours, and a great opportunity to be a part of a Great Place to Work certified company. So that is something we're also dropping in the chat. These are just two of the many jobs that we have available across India, the Philippines, South of the LATAM region, over to EMEA, and of course, United States and Canada. So please come check out the jobs that are available. A special thank you to our guest here today for joining us, to each of you for your active participation in the chat. We love to see that. It fires us up. And we wish you a wonderful week ahead. We'll see you back in 2 weeks. Keep shining your talent wherever you are in the world. Thanks again for joining us. Have a great day.